Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Hukamnama Sahib today is by Sri Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj in Bilaaval Rag Ang 833 of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Vaheguru Ji. Bilaaval Mahalla Chautha. Hare Hare Naam Sital Jal Tyavo. ਹਰ ਚੰਦਨ ਵਾਸ ਸੁਗੰਧ ਗੰਧਈਆ ਮਿਲ ਸਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਪਰਮ ਪਦ ਪਾਇਆ ਮੈਂ ਹਿਰਡ ਪਲਾਸ ਸੰਗ ਹਰ ਬੁਹੀਆ ਹਰਿ ਹਰਿ ਨਾਮ ਸੀਤਲ ਜਲ ਧਿਆਵੋ ਹਰ ਚੰਦਨ ਵਾਸ ਸੁਗੰਧ ਗੰਧਈਆ ਮਿਲ ਸਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਪਰਮ ਪਦ ਪਾਇਆ ਮੈਂ ਹਿਰਡ ਪਲਾਸ ਸੰਗ ਹਰ ਬੁਹੀਆ ਜਪ ਜਗਨਨਾਥ ਜਗਦੀਸ਼ ਗੁਸਈਆ ਸਰਣ ਪਰੇ ਸਈ ਜਨ ਉਬਰੇ ਜਿਉ ਪ੍ਰਹਲਾਦ ਉਧਾਰ ਸਮਈਆ ਰਹਾਉ ਭਾਰ 18 ਮਹ ਚੰਦਨ ਊਤਮ ਚੰਦਨ ਨਿਕਟ ਸਭ ਚੰਦਨ ਹੋਈਆ ਸਾਕਤ ਕੂੜੇ ਊਬ ਸੁਖ ਹੂਏ ਮਨ ਅਭਿਮਾਨ ਵਿਛੜ ਦੂਰ ਗਈਆ ਹਰ ਗਤ ਮਿਤ ਕਰਤਾ ਆਪੇ ਜਾਣੈ ਸਭ ਬਿਦ ਹਰ ਹਰ ਆਪ ਬਨਈਆ ਜਿਸ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਭੇਟੇ ਸੋ ਕੰਚਨ ਹੋਵੈ ਜੋ ਧੁਰ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਸੋ ਮਿਟੈ ਨਾ ਮਿਟਈਆ ਰਤਨ ਪਦਾਰਥ ਗੁਰਮਤਿ ਪਾਵੈ ਸਾਗਰ ਭਗਤ ਭੰਡਾਰ ਖੁਲਈਆ ਗੁਰ ਚਰਣੀ ਇਕ ਸਰਧਾ ਉਪਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਹਰ ਗੁਣ ਕਹਤੇ ਤ੍ਰਿਪਤ ਨ ਭਈਆ ਪਰਮ ਬੈਰਾਗ ਨਿਤ ਨਿਤ ਹਰ ਧਿਆਏ ਮੈਂ ਹਰ ਗੁਣ ਕਹਤੇ ਭਾਵਨੀ ਕਹੀਆ ਬਾਰ ਬਾਰ ਖਿਨ ਖਿਨ ਪਲ ਕਹੀਐ ਹਰ ਪਾਰ ਨ ਪਾਵੈ ਪਰੇ ਪਰਈਆ ਸਾਸਤ ਵੇਦ ਪੁਰਾਣ ਪੁਕਾਰਹਿ ਧਰਮ ਕਰਹੁ ਖਟ ਕਰਮ ਦ੍ਰਿੜਈਆ ਮਨਮੁਖ ਪਾਖੰਡ ਭਰਮ ਵਿਗੂਤੇ ਲੋਭ ਲਹਰ ਨਾਵ ਭਾਰ ਬੁਡਈਆ ਨਾਮ ਜਪੋ ਨਾਮੇ ਗਤ ਪਾਵੋ ਸਿਮਰਤ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ ਨਾਮ ਦ੍ਰਿੜਈਆ ਹਉਮੈ ਜਾਏ ਤਾ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਹੋਵੈ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਪਰਚੈ ਪਰਮ ਪਦ ਪਈਆ ਇਹੋ ਜਗ ਵਰਨ ਰੂਪ ਸਭ ਤੇਰਾ ਜਿਤ ਲਾਭ ਹੈ ਸੇ ਕਰਮ ਕਮਈਆ ਨਾਨਕ ਜੰਤ ਵਜਾਏ ਵਾਜਹਿ ਜਿਤ ਭਾਵੈ ਤਿਤ ਰਾਹੇ ਚਲਈਆ ਇਹੋ ਜਗ ਵਰਨ ਰੂਪ ਸਭ ਤੇਰਾ ਜਿਤ ਲਾਭ ਹੈ ਸੇ ਕਰਮ ਕਮਈਆ ਨਾਨਕ ਜੰਤ ਵਜਾਏ ਵਾਜਹਿ ਜਿਤ ਭਾਵੈ ਤਿਤ ਰਾਹੇ ਚਲਈਆ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ is blessing us today. Satguru Patshaah Ji begins the Shabad Har Har Naam Sital Jal Tyavo. Satguru Patshaah Ji says that the whole world wants peace. The whole world wants inner happiness. Guru Ramdas Ji says that if you want this inner peace, Tyavo, meditate upon Har Har Naam, the name of Hari, the name of God. And the name of God is Sital Jal, it's cooling water. What will it do? This cooling water of God's name will put out the fires of desires and anger and greed inside you. Har chandan vaas sugandh gandhaiya. Vaheguru's name, Hari's name, Lord God's name, is like the scent, is like the fragrance of chandan, of sandalwood. Sugandh gandhaiya. And just as the sandalwood tree itself, not just is it fragrant itself, but gandhaiya. Gandhaiya means to make others fragrant. The name of God has a fragrance of peace, of happiness, of glory. And any of those who chant the name of God, just like any of the plants near a sandalwood tree, are infected with its fragrance, in the same way, if you repeat the name of God, you will be blessed with the fragrance of God's virtues. Satguru Ji says, Mil Sat Sangat Parampad Paya, Main Hirid Palas Sanghar Buhya. Mil, meeting with the Sat Sangat, That Sangat, that congregation which was focused upon Sat, on the truth, the company of the saints, the company of those Gursikhs who get together and meditate upon Vaheguru, those Gursikhs who get together and talk about the truth, about eternal Vaheguru. Parampad Paya, meeting with that Sangat, meeting with that congregation, that group. I have been blessed with the Parampad. Param means the highest, Pad means state of living. What is the highest status? To be connected with Vaheguru. And Guruji goes on to describe this, Mehl palas sanghar buhiya. In India there are types of tree. One is the Arind tree and the other is the Pala. The Arind is called a castor-oil plant, and it has very horrible tasting leaves. And the Pala tree as well has very bitter tasting leaves. But Guru Sahib Ji says that I was like the castor-oil tree. I was like the Arind tree, the Pala tree. But Sanghar, when I was blessed with the company of the Sangat, I now am fragrant. Buhiya means to be emitting a beautiful fragrance. What does this mean? Before I went into the Sangat, I had the bitterness inside me of ego, of anger, of greed, of anxiety, of fear. But meeting with the Sangat, I now have the fragrance of love, of purity, of devotion, of trust, of spiritual knowledge. Going into the Sangat, you'll be blessed with this fragrance. Jap, meditate upon, chant the name of Jagannath, that Vaheguru, who is the Nath, who is the Lord of this whole jug, of this whole universe. Jagadish, who is the master, the East means the master of this jug, of this world. Gusaiya, the one who's created this whole world, all of the universe. Saran pare, sei jan ubre, those people who have fell into the saran, into the protection of Vaheguru. Sei jan, those humble beings, ubre, have been saved. Sadhguru Pasha is saying, all you need to do is fall into the protection of Vaheguru. If you fall into the protection of Vaheguru, you will be saved. Jo Prahlaad udar samaya. Just like Bhagat Prahlaad was udar, was saved, was liberated, and samaya, and merged into God. Just like Bhagat Prahlaad was saved from the sword of his father Harnaksh. God came to save him at that point. When Harnaksh pulled out a sword and said to Prahlaad, you must stop chanting the name of God. At that point, God came in the form of Narsingh, ripped Harnaksh to pieces and saved Bhagat Prahlaad. Rahao, Guruji says, pause and think about this. Just as he saved Prahlaad, so Vaheguru can save you as well. Par 18 hai chandan utam. Par 18 means amongst all of the trees, all of the plants, all of the vegetation. Amongst all of them, chandan utam. The sandalwood tree is known to be utam, the highest. Chandan nikt sab chandan huya. Everything which lives close, nikt, near to the sandalwood, near to the chandan tree. Sab chandan huya. They are all blessed with the fragrance of the sandalwood tree. In the same way, Guruji is saying, O human being, if you go into the company of the Sangat, if you go into the protection of the Guru, then the Guru and the Guru Sangat will bless you with that fragrance. Sakat kude oob sukh hue, man abhiman vichhad dur gaya. Now, oob sukh hue, what does that mean? Oob sukh means trees that even while standing in the ground, so they haven't been uprooted, they haven't been cut down, but while standing in the ground, some trees just dry up. Either because their roots are being eaten away by insects underneath, or for other reasons. And in the same way, Even whilst living in this world where all of the blessings of God are being poured upon us at all times, there are still some people who are sakat, who do not believe in Vaheguru. Kude. Why? Because they are enveloped in their own falsehood. Oob suk hue. They are just like those trees that are standing in the ground but are still drying up. Man abhiman vichad dur gaya. Because of the abhiman, because of the ego in their minds, they vichad. They're separated from Vaheguru and dur gaya. They go far from God. In the same way that tree is standing in the ground and it is still drying up, in the same way they are in this world, which is God's garden, but they are still drying up because their roots are being eaten away by the maggots of ego, greed, desire and hatred. Har gatmit karta ape jana. That karta, that creator Lord Vaheguru himself, jana, knows his own gatmit, his extent. Gatmit literally is talking about his greatness, his glory. Only Vaheguru knows his extent. Only Vaheguru knows his limits. In other words, Guru Ramdas Ji is telling us Vaheguru is limitless. Sab bid har har aap banaiya. Vaheguru is the one who creates all of the arrangements. Bid means arrangements. Vaheguru is the one who puts everything into play. Jis satgur pete so kanchan hove. Those beings who meet with the eternal Guru, so kanchan hove. They become priceless like gold. Jo tur likhya so mite na mitaiya. Whatever is written in the preordained destiny, tur likhya so mite na mitaiya. It cannot be wiped away by anyone. What is Guruji saying here? Guruji is saying that if you have upon your forehead written that you are going to meet the true Guru, no one can take this away from you. And if you meet the eternal Guru, if you meet with Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, and not just meeting with the Guru physically but spiritually, if you read the Guru's Bani, if you take the time, if you make the effort to meet with the Guru, to actually meet internally with the Guru as well, to meet with the Guru physically and internally, what the Guru is telling you to do, so kanchan hove. You will become golden. Each day of your life will become golden. Each moment of your life will become golden. Your mind will become golden. It will become priceless. Your body will become golden. Your body will be beautiful because it will be honoured to perform the seva, the service of the Guru. Wherever you go, you'll be blessed with the seva, the service of the Guru. Your tongue will be golden because it will chant the Guru's name. Ratan padarth gurmat pave, sagar bhagat pandar khulaiya. The Ratan padarth, the treasure of jewels, is found by following the Gurmat, the Guru's wisdom, the Guru's way, the Guru's teachings. Sagar bhagat pandar khulaiya. If you follow what the Guru says, then the ocean of devotional worship, of that treasure of devotional worship inside you is khulaiya, is opened by the Guru's teachings. That is the only way of opening it. Gur charani ik sarda upji, main har gun kahte tript na paiya. When I fell to the charani, to the feet of the Guru, when I fell into the Guru's protection, when I started following what the Guru said, when I attached myself to the Guru's feet, when I attached myself to the Guru's words, to the Guru's Shabad, to the Guru's Bani, ik sarda upji. Faith in that one Guru welled up inside me. Upji means to well up. Main har gun kahte tript na paiya. Now, when I chant the praises, the gun, when I chant the praises, the glory of Vaheguru, tript na paiya. I cannot be satisfied. I want to keep chanting more and more and more. Param bairag nit nit har dhyaye, main har gun kahte bhavni kahiya. Param bairag nit nit har dhyaye. Guru Ramdas Ji says that those who nit, who daily, continually, every day har dhyaye, meditate upon Vaheguru, inside them they are blessed with this state of Param Bairag. Param means the highest state of Bairag, means unattachment. Even whilst living in this world, they are unattached to their cars, their wealth, all of these things. If you meditate upon the Guru's words daily, you will be blessed with this state of living. And this state of living is beautiful because there's no anxiety, there's no stress, there's no hatred, there's no ego. मैं हर गुण कहते भाव नहीं कहिया. And these tukka have been translated in various ways. One way of looking at it is that मैं हर गुण कहते भाव नहीं कहिया. The pavani, the love which I felt inside whilst kahte, whilst singing the gun, the praises, the glory of Vaheguru, that pavani, that love I felt, I've told you that in these words, in this bani. These words of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj are telling you about that love inside. Another way of looking at it is this. मैं हर गुण कहते भाव नहीं कहिया. Whilst I have been कहते, whilst I have been repeating the praise of Vaheguru, whilst I have been meditating upon the Naam, upon the name of God, Pavani Kahiya, the more I Kahiya, the more I say it, the more Pavani, the more love wells up inside me. Bar bar kin kin pal Kahiya. Bar bar, again and again, kin kin, each and every moment. Pal means the amount of time it takes you to open and close your eyes. Each second, each moment, each instant, Kahiya, I want to say, I want to chant the name of God. Har par na pave. Har par na pave, para paraya. But even whilst chanting this, the more I chant, the more I realise, har par na pave, no one can find the par, no one can find the limits of God. Para paraya. The limits of God are limitless. Para paraya. Sast Ved Puraan Pukar hai dharm karo khat karm dridaiya. The Shaastras, the Vedas, the Puraanas, they say that dharm karo, perform these actions, that by performing certain actions you will get certain rewards. And what are those actions? Khat karm, 6 types of religious ritual. And what are those rituals? To study knowledge, to teach others knowledge, to perform religious rituals, to get others to perform religious rituals, to give charitable gifts and to take charitable gifts. These are the She Dharmika Karam. These are the Khat Karam. That the Shaastras, the Vedas, Puraanas talk about this. But Guru Sahib Ji's manmukh pakhand parma vigute. That following their minds, all they are doing is performing this pakhand, this outward hypocrisy, param vigute. And they are vigute, wandering around in param, in doubt. Lob lahar nav par budaya. Instead of giving me any peace, what do these rituals do? They just increase the lahar, the waves of lob, of greed inside me. Nav par budaya. And the boat of my soul is budaya, is weighted down by the par, by the weight of these actions. Taking and giving charitable gifts, ego is welling up in my mind. Whilst studying and getting others to study, I still have greed in my mind. Whilst performing outer rituals, I still have greed, anger, desire, hatred welling up in my mind. But Guru Ramdas Ji tells us, if you want to be rid of this, what are you going to do? Naam japaho. Meditate upon the name of God. Naam me gat pav ho. By meditating upon the name of God, you will find liberation. Simritees Shaastras Naam dridaiya. Guru Ramdas Ji says, for me, the Naam, meditating dridaiya, means to completely meditate, completely focus upon the Naam, completely single-mindedly focusing upon chanting the name of God, upon chanting the Guru's Bani. That is for me the Simritiyan, the Shastra. That is my Simriti. That is my Shastra. And the Simriti and Shastra were religious texts. For me, that is sacred. Dridaiya, meditating upon the name of God. Hom mein jaye ta nirmal hove. Gurmukh parcha param pad paya. Those Gurmukhs, those who follow the Guru, they are parcha, they are coloured. They are completely imbued with love for God. When they chant the Naam, this love for God dwells up inside them. Param pad paya, they find the highest status of living. And what is this higher status? What happens in this higher status? Hom mein jai. the inner ego is jaye, goes, ta nirmal hove, and they are purified. This is the greatest state of living. Iho jag varna roop sab tera. O God, this jag, this world, all that is created is your varn, is your colour, is your roop, is your form. Sab tera, this all belongs to you. Jit lav hai se karma kamaiya. Whichever way you love, how you attach us, that is the karma, the actions that we do, kamaiya. Nanak jant vajaye vaj hai, jit bhavai tit rahe chalaiya. Satguru Ramdas ji says that all of the beings of this world, all of the jant, they are just instruments. Vajaye vaj hai. You are the one who plays us all. Jit bhavai, as it pleases you, tit rahe chalaiya. You put us upon the path which pleases you. So Guru Pyaro Satguru Ramdas Ji Maharaj today in today's Hukamnama Sahib has talked about the Chandan Vas, the fragrance of God's name. And Guru Maharaj Ji has told us that the fragrance of God's names, what happens? Anyone who comes into the protection, who comes into the Charan Sharan, the lotus feet and the protection of the Guru, anyone who comes near that sandalwood is infected with that beautiful fragrance. And if you come into the company of the Guru, if you truly come into the company of the Sangat and the Guru, you will be blessed with the fragrance of love, of purity. Iho jag varna roop sab tera, jit lav hai se karma kamaiya. नानक जंत वजाए वाज है, जित भावै तित राहे चलैया। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।